Good morning, grade 4. I hope you guys are safe and sound at your places and you guys are taking proper care of all SOPs while visiting any outdoor place, or you guys are taking proper precautions while doing any outdoor activity. Well, students, today we are going to start our online lecture number 9, and the topic name is Economic Choices. Well, it's very important for you to know that this is going to be your fifth lecture for the same topic. It's mean already I have delivered 4 lectures on the topic economic choices, and this is going to be your fifth lecture. So guys, in our today's lecture we are going to discuss about trade, about international trade, national trade, and about the importance of trade, as well as we'll discuss slightly much about the advantages of international trade. So gear up yourself because we are going to start our today's lecture. Okay, students, welcome to this slide. We are going to discuss, first of all, recap of your all previous lectures. So guys, it's very important for you to revise your, lecture number 5, 6, 7, and 8, which I have delivered on the topic economic choices. Well, grade 4, before we start our today's lecture, as I told you that we will talk about, recap of your all previous lectures. So it's very important to talk about it, that why always I'm giving you the recap. Guys, a recap means like recalling of all previous lectures. For the better understanding of your new lecture, you have to listen the recap of your previous lectures. Because guys, all these lectures are connected with each other, all these lectures are connected with each other. So it's mean when you will listen my lecture number 8, 7, 5, 6 and 5, so you guys will, it will be very good for you for a better understanding of your lecture number 9. So always pay a great heed whenever I'm giving you the recap of your all previous lectures. So guys, in our lecture number 5, we have discussed about economic choices, about goods and services, about opportunity cost. In your lecture number 6, we have discussed about import and export. In your lecture number 7, we have, discussed about importance of taxes as well as the types of taxes. So guys, in your lecture number 8, we have talked about, loans. We have also discussed some types of loans as well. So economic choices, guys, in your everyday of life, you have to make a choice between what to buy and what not to buy. Guys, when you go to the market with some specific amount of money, so guys, you wish to buy many things, but you are unable to satisfy your all desires. Same like me. Well, we are same in this matter. So guys, because of that particular amount, so guys, same like that, every country in this world have to make choice whenever they have limited resources and their needs are unlimited. So guys, economic choices help us to understand, what we have to choose and what we shouldn't choose. So while discussing goods and services, I have told you that every tangible thing is in the category of goods, and guys, service is a work or any job which someone do for you in return of any money or any valuable stuff. Okay guys, while discussing opportunity cost, I have told you that opportunity cost means when you give up something in return of something, this is called opportunity cost. Guys, benefit, profit, or value of something that must be given up to acquire or achieve something else in return is called an opportunity cost. And in import and export, we have talked about that imports mean that whenever we buy something from other country, this is called import, and export means whenever we are giving, our homemade stuff or country made stuff to other countries and in return we get money, this is called export. And guys, I have told you that what is importance of taxes, so let's talk about it a bit more. Guys, I have talked about it and I have told you that taxes are very important for the development of the country. Government use your taxes to give you some services, so all public property is made up with your taxes, and the government use your taxes to give you in return better public services. So guys, good nations are always giving taxes, and taxes are always important for the development of the country. Guys, guys, we have discussed some types of taxes, and I have told you there are several types of taxes: income tax, property tax, sale tax, direct taxes, indirect taxes. We have discussed about all these stuff, right? I have told you that there are two types of taxes: direct taxes, which we pay directly on anything, indirect taxes, we are paying, these taxes in indirect manner, right? So, guys, taxes are very important for the development of the country, right? So I have told you that the government provides goods and services to its people, but guys, they do not have their own wealth, right? So to provide these facilities, government collect taxes. If taxes are not enough to complete the needs, the government gets loans from within the country or outside of the country. So guys, the loan which we get from outsides of the country, these are definitely very heavy loans, and it's not like that. Loans are always costing something, for example, if I will give you the loan of 1000 rupees, so after 6 months or 8 months, you will return me only 1000? Definitely not. You will return me at least some, extra amount. That bit of extra amount is called taxes. Sorry, is called interest, not taxes. So guys, this what we have discussed in our previous lecture. So guys, I have given you the recap of your lecture number 5, 6, 7 and 8, and now we are going to discuss our last lecture of the topic economic choices. It's mean that I am going to deliver 5 lectures on this topic. Sorry, I have delivered 4 lectures, and this is going to be your 5th lecture for the same topic. And yes, this is going to be your last lecture of the topic economic choices. Friends, let's talk about the topic which we are going to discuss in our lecture number 9. Well, friends, the topic is international trade. Well, no country in the world can produce all the things it needs, right, guys? So you think that everything which you are using in your country is made by your own country? You really think like that? So just go and check it out, the tag which is placed on your toys, even on your bag, your geometry box, your lunch box. Guys, everything which you use in your country is not made by in your own country. It's mean that you remember the term import. It's mean that your country, import all those stuff from other countries, right? To fulfill the demands of the people. So guys, this is what we are going to discuss today. Well, students, as I told you that no country in this world can produce all the things it needs. So guys, all the countries exchange goods and services with one another. So that's why they are, depend on each other for a trade. Trade means, guys, buying and selling, or you can say that exchange of goods and services. So remember that, guys, this definition which I'm telling you of the trade. Trade means, guys, buying and selling, or you can say that exchange of goods and services, So whenever you do exchange of goods and services, this is called, this is called trade. Guys, trade within a country is called domestic trade or local trade, while trade with other countries is called foreign trade or international trade. So the topic which is under discussion, that is about international trade. Guys, in our next slide, I will tell you the reason of international trade. Okay, students, in this slide, I will tell you about trade and international trade. Guys, trade is the exchange of any goods or services, or you can say that buying or selling of goods and services. This process or this system of, business is called trade. Well, students, international trade means when we buy goods and services with other countries, So this is called, international trade. When we do business within the country, it is called domestic trade, while trade with other countries is called foreign trade or international trade. Well, in our next slide, we will discuss about the levels of international trade. Guys, there are 2 levels of international trade. First is called national trade, and the second one is called international trade. And guys, for the next slide, I will talk about, national and international trade. Guys, national trade means exchange of goods and services within the boundaries of the nation, within the boundaries of the country. This is called national trade. And guys, international trade means exchange of goods and services across the boundaries or of the nation. So whenever we'll do exchange between the provinces, for example, if you do exchange of the things with Karachi or Islamabad or Quetta or KPK, this will call national trade. So guys, when we will do trade or business with the countries, with the foreign countries like China, any of the country like India, Afghanistan, America, Germany, Canada, Russia, all these countries are international countries, right? So when we'll do business with these countries, so this is called international trade, right? So let me read again the definition of national trade. Guys, national trade means exchange of goods and services within the boundaries of the nation, and international trade means exchange of goods and services across the boundaries of the nation. Guys, a country usually uses money to pay for goods and services. And guys, goods can be cloth, food, machinery parts, sports, and furniture, etc. Some countries are rich in minerals, and they depend on other countries for food. For example, a country like Pakistan with lots of farmlands, and guys, we have sufficient food, but guys, it doesn't have, the country like Pakistan doesn't have much industries like, to make cars and other machineries. So guys, we depend for such type of things on other countries. So other countries depend on us about, agriculture. As I told you in our previous lectures that Pakistan is an agricultural country. We guys have a good crops in our country, so we are selling them and we are getting money in exchange. So the exchange money is called foreign exchange and foreign money. So guys, another country might have, some kind of factories and where they make, cars and other machineries. So guys, what we will do, we'll do exchange of the things with each other. So this exchange of the things with each other between the countries is called international trade, right? So that's all I have to say, about national and international trade. In this slide, we'll talk about a trade during primitive times. Guys, primitive time means old times or ancient times. When there were no money, how do people do trade? It's very important to talk about it. Yes, guys, in old times, you can say that, or ancient times, when there were no paper money, people exchanged goods for goods, So guys, the exchange of goods for goods is called barter system. Nowadays, barter system is replaced by paper money. Firstly, it was replaced by coins, and now it is replaced by, you can say that paper money. So nowadays, people use, paper money for a trade or for a business. So guys, in old times when there were no money, people exchanged goods, for goods. For example, in any area, if they have a good chicken or you have a good crops, so they will exchange that good chicken or good crops for any valuable stuff which they need. But barter system has, so much problems. So guys, later on this system was rejected and they have adopted the new system that was called the coin system. And later on, coin system was also have so much defects or problems, so they have rejected that system as well. So people people got rational gradually. So guys, they have adopted paper system. So paper exchange was the one of the most like efficient and one of the best way for a trade. So nowadays people are using paper money for a trade. After discussing the term trade, national trade, international trade, and about trade during the ancient times, let's talk about advantages of trade. Well, students, the government needs to utilize all types of strengths of the country's economy, right? So, to fulfill the needs of the country and institutions, the government trade with other countries. And guys, this type of trade which we do with other countries is called international trade. So let's talk about the advantages of international trade. And advantages mean, what is the meaning of advantages? Do you know? Guys, advantages means some benefits, some fruitfulness, some benefits, some handfulness. So let's talk about the advantages of international trade. Guys, there are several advantages of international trade. Few are listed over there. First of all, the full use of countries' resources, and guys, use of science and technology. International trade increases the national income, and guys, it is very important for the flourishing market, and guys, it is very essential for economic stability, right? So these are the advantages of international trade, and guys, for the next slide, we are going to discuss each of this advantage in detail. Grade 4, let's discuss each of advantage in detail. Well, students, we'll firstly talk about full use of country resources. Guys, through international trade, it is possible to make the best use of our resources. For example, Pakistan is good in producing cotton, and guys, cotton is used to make cloth. Well, you know very well that Pakistan is producing enough cotton for the use of the nation. So, guys, we do have some extra production as well. So, because of international trade, we are exporting our cotton to other countries, and we are getting some money. So, guys, international trade is giving us the way. It is providing the path for the countries to export their extra goods and extra stuff which they are in which they have in the country. So guys, if there will be no international trade, just imagine what we will do with extra stuff which we are producing in our country. So guys, definitely we are going to waste all that stuff in absence of international trade. So definitely it is going to be a heavy loss. So guys, the world is connected with each other in exchange of goods, and guys, international trade is providing the path to trade with each other, right? So full use of country resources mean that whenever we have something extra, we can exchange and we can give that extra stuff to other countries, and we can earn foreign exchange. Let's discuss our second most important advantage of international trade. Well, students, use of science and technology is very handful for international trade, and in short, you can say that international trade is very handful for us while for producing some goods at cheaper rates. Well, students, as a result of international trade, the use of latest technology helps us in preparing our country's goods at better scale with cheaper rates. Well, new scientific methods are discovered, which have increased the production and the speed of economic development. So whenever we'll do exchange of the goods with international countries, with foreign countries, we are definitely using some quick methods and some quick manners. These quick method and manners are called use of science and technology. This use of science and technology is also helping us while saving our time and definitely production cost as well. So guys, international trade is very helpful for us for the introduction of science and technology in our country. Let's discuss the our third advantage of international trade. Well, guys, this third advantage is called increase in the national income. Well, students, as a result of international trade, there is an increase in the country's export. Guys, new industries are set up and foreign exchange is earned by exporting goods. Exporting means by selling goods. Guys, as I told you that whenever we'll do trade or business, we are getting foreign exchange. Whenever we are buying some stuff, we are giving foreign exchange. Whenever we are exporting or selling our goods to other countries, this means that we are getting some foreign exchange. Foreign exchange means the money which is very essential for the development of the country. And guys, international trade is helping us to increase the national income, right? So let's talk about our next and most important advantage of international trade. Grade 4, let's talk about our next most important advantage of international trade, flourishing market. Well, guys, what's the meaning of flourishing? Well, it's mean booming, prosper market, and it's mean, happiness and development. Well, students, as a result of international trade, the goods market grows, right? The goods manufactured on large scale, and guys, these are exported to other countries. In this way, guys, a country industry, it gets a great boom, and in result, guys, it is increasing the speed of economic development. Guys, whenever we are doing trade with in foreign countries, it's mean we are doing international trade. It helps us to it helps us to bring prosperity in our country, right? So whenever we are giving, and you can say that exporting our goods with other countries, it also helps us to gain some international fame and international respect as well. It is giving us definitely a foreign exchange, which means money, and money are very essential for the economic development. But guys, it also gives us some boom and respect, and in the eye of other countries as well. So whenever we are producing some good stuff to other countries, we are exporting some good stuff to other countries, it gives us money as well as respect in the eyes of other countries, and the trust manner as well. For example, nowadays, mangoes are, we are producing good mangoes in our country, and these mangoes are sufficient, and some, you can say that extra, sufficient for the demand of the nation, and we do produce some extra mangoes as well. So what we do with these extra mangoes? Definitely we are exporting them to other countries, and in return we are getting some money. For example, last year I visited the international market of Dubai. So I have seen over there Pakistani mango. So it gave me a lot of happiness and pleasure after watching all that, because I have seen my country stuff in international market. So guys, whenever we'll do international exchange, it helps us in booming and boosting the market of our country. For in this slide, we'll talk about last mentioned advantage of international trade. This advantage is economic stability. Students, as a result of international trade, the country become financially strong, and guys, financially stable as well. So because the prices in international market are always fixed, so guys, whenever we are producing and exporting some good stuff to international market is giving us good money, and these good money are very, very important for economic stability. And guys, this is how international trade is providing us economic stability. So international trade is really very important for bringing some prosperity and some stability in the economy of the country. So guys, in this lecture we have discussed several advantages of international trade, and I have explained each of advantage in detail. So let's take a quick review of all these advantages. Guys, in the previous slide, we have discussed about, the advantage which gives us the boom to our market. Guys, it's mean that international trade is giving us boom and some prosperity and flourishing to our market. Well, we have also discussed the increase in the national income. It's mean whenever we'll do trade with other countries and foreign countries, it gives us a lots of national income. It increase in the national income of our country. We have talked about, some advantages of international trade in manner of use of science and technology. So whenever we'll do exchange of the goods with other countries, we are always keeping an eye on and we are also focusing on the use of international latest technologies and some latest science, and some great manners to produce goods at great scale and in cheaper manner, right? So in this lecture, we have discussed several advantages of international trade. So guys, after studying this lesson, why it is important for you to focus on international trade? This is one of the key points of this lecture, and I want to talk in detail about it. Well, students, it is very important for you to read and listen this topic carefully, because you are the ruler of the future. You guys are, you can say that you are the heroes, you are the superstars and boomers of the future. So guys, you have to study well. So when you will study well, you will be able to work in science and technology. So you guys can help us to increase the production of our goods and services. In return, we can get lots of foreign exchange, and that foreign exchange will bring the prosperity in our country. So for you, it is very important to listen each phase of the lecture very carefully. Till then, take care of yourself. I'll see you in your very next lecture. Take care, bye bye, and please stay at home and save the lives of your dear ones.